Oh, hey, Super Street, Super Stock, Super Comp. Bring them on down, boys and girls. Super stock, super comp, super gas. Come on down. So here's how it'll go. Super street, super stock, super comp, super gas, stock. Come on down. And then we'll jump into our Vortec Top Dragster, Competition Eliminator, and Vortec Top Sportsman semifinal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Back to racing here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals, part of the inaugural JEGS Speed Week here at National Trail Raceway. We wish all the racers that are still left in competition good luck today as we get ready to crown some champions here on the extended version of the JEGS Sportsnatonals. We will pick up right where we left off last night. Jeff McMillan and Larry Patton, both out of Division I. A little 88 S10 out of Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. McMillan, the 65 Mustang out of New Paris, Pennsylvania. We are clean and green here in the first pair on Monday's edition. 1090's the game. 1090 with an 8. Jeff McMillan in the Mustang going to the next round. 19 up front. Dead on with an 8. Mark Smith out of Bowling Green, 82 Mustang. Gets the single this round and moves into the next round. Super Comp, Super Gas, Stock, you guys should be coming in the lanes at this time. Super Comp, Super Gas, and Stock Eliminator, you should be in the lanes. Smith, 003 on the single. Now we move into Super Stock. We got 12 left. Brina Splinger and Jeff Ross will be our first pair up. Challenger, 1082 dial-in, Splinger. The 08 Cobalt, 958 is what her number is. She runnered up earlier in the week at the Lucas Oil race on Friday night. .1086 on the 1082. Jeff Ross gets the win. Brina 953 on the 958. Ross had the advantage on the line, 009 reaction time. Jeremy Mudd and Robbie Brewer are going to roll up next. Vortec Top Dragster, Comp Eliminator, and Vortec Top Sportsman. It's your turn to warm them up and bring them to the lanes. Brewer 1039, Mudd 876 for the Superstock C modified. Brewers 15 up front, takes too much stripe, breaks out by 3 thou. Jeremy Mudd, 876, dead on 0, 053 up front, gets the win. So Jeremy Mudd moves into the next round, as that brings up Alan Wilson and Alan Wade. Wade, the 69 Camaro. Wilson, the 99 Firebird. Wade, 920, dialing in the O'Reilly lane. Wilson, 986 in the Summit lane. Left lane, right lane. Firebird out of Indiana. Camaro out of Indiana. One of these drivers with a distinct advantage on the line, and that was Wilson with the 004 up front, 988 on the 986. And he marches on here at JEGS Speed Week in the JEGS Sportsnatonals. We are streaming live on Drag Racer TV. For all of you that are watching, you should probably get back to work. Our Super Gassers should be rolling to the lanes. Stock Eliminator, you guys should be back there. Vortec Top Dragster, Comp Eliminator, and Vortec Top Sportsman. You guys should have had them fueled up, warmed up, and ready to go, as we do need you to the lanes as well. Mike Crutchfield and Johnny Rikes out of Bradsfordville, Kentucky. 98 Grand Am. Crutchfield out of Montgomery, Alabama. 308 G-Pod. Womp womp. Mike Crutchfield gets the win there. 921 on the 920. As Rikes 104 up front. A little slow at the top end, so Crutchfield going to move into the next round. As that brings up Jeff Dona out of Gordonville, Missouri. And Anthony Bertozzi. 98 Grand Am. 913 dialing for Bertozzi. The 98 Formula of Jeff Dona. 977 dial. It will be Jeff Dona. 977. He's good. Good by 4 at the top end. 009 up front as he takes the round victory. Final pair of super stock. Jeremy Duncan, a no-show here. And Todd France. He will move into the next round with the competition bye. So we do need our Vortec Top Dragster, Vortec Top Sportsman, and Comp Eliminator. We need you guys to the staging lanes, please. Vortec Top Dragster, Comp Eliminator, and Vortec Top Sportsman. Come on down. So we roll into the long, skinny things called Super Comp. Troy Williams and Don Higgins going to roll up first, the first pair out. Higgins, red by 8 thou. Williams, good by 2. .886, 172 miles an hour for Williams on the all-out run. As that brings up Chris Sullivan and Phil Oakley. Philip Oakley, 002 up front, 93, 172 miles an hour, going to take the win. Sullivan, 032, not good enough. So Oakley moves into the next round. Next pair up is a 2-for-1. Johnny LaMoose and Amanda Bochesko rolling up 2-for-1. Here in the quarterfinals. Oh, wow. We got a race here. Identical reaction times. 17 a pair on the starting line. 890 with a 9 for Johnny LaMoose. And he will go to the next round where he will have a single in the semifinals. Now we go to 990. Super Gas rolling out next. We got our Vortec Top Dragster, Vortec Top Sportsman, and Comp Eliminator racers rolling in the lanes at this time. Stock Eliminator, you guys should be in the staging lanes at this time as well. If you're not, you're late. Dwight Noose and Rick Swank. Noose, the 82 little Rampage. Very unique super gas vehicle. Swank, the 27 Ford Roadster. Looking for 990. Double breakout. Noose goes 988. The Swank goes 987. So Noose moves into the next round. Into the semifinals. Bill Jackson and David Combs. Jackson, 93 Lumina. Combs, 95 Beretta. Jackson, 990 with a 9. He marches on to the semifinals in Super Gas. Our next pair is a 2-for-1. Winner here gets the single into the semifinals. Alan Evans, the 58 Corvette in the left lane. Sarah Becker out of O'Fallon, Missouri, in the 67 Camaro Roadster in the right. Alan Evans is red. Sarah Becker will go to the semifinals where she will have a single. Should be stock eliminator rolling up next. First pair out. Eric Camplito out of Salem, Ohio, the 96 Capri. Jim Babruka in the 15 Copo. 954 for the dial-in for the Copo. The 96 Capri's got an 1176 dial-in. So we roll into stock eliminator quarterfinals. The Camaro is red. So the little Capri, Eric Camplito, 1170 on the 1176 goes to the semifinals. Todd Hoven and Leonard Mattingly. A stock automatic heads-up matchup, quarterfinals. It is Todd Hoven, the Pennsylvania runner. 10:04 to Mattingly's 10:16 on the heads up. Brian Merkel from just down the road in Johnstown. And Tom Russell, your next pair. Merkel, 2000 Firebird, 1077 left lane. Russell, 67 Camaro, 1024. It is Brian Merkel, 1075 on the 1077 double breakout this morning. And Merkel will get the win. And he goes to the semifinals. Wayne Stevenson and James Keekle. Hartford, Michigan, 7442. 11:02 down for him in the right lane. Stevenson out of Bellevue, Nebraska, 79 LeBaron. It is Stevenson by 6 thou. 025 up front, 1187 on the 1183. As that concludes the quarterfinals of Stock Eliminator. Sportsman Motorcycle, come on down. Sportsman Motorcycle, final round. Super stock, bring them on back. Super stock, come on back to the lanes, please. We need your quarterfinal round back to the staging lanes, please. Quarterfinal round, super stock. We need you to the lanes. Vortec Top Sportsman. First out, Chris Osborne and Tommy Turner. Michigan versus Florida. .668 for Osborne, 681 for Turner. Should have our Sportsman Motorcycle finalists moving to the staging lanes. We do need super stock. Round number 5, quarterfinalists is super stock. We need you to fuel them and come on back. One of these drivers with a clear advantage. It was Tommy Turner, but he takes too much. Goes 679 on a breakout. Chris Osborne, 093 up front, goes 668 on the 668. And he goes to the final round. So the man from Michigan will move into the final round here at the JEGS Sports Nationals. John Bonet and Jeff Melnick. Melnick, 646. Bonet, 660. We do need our super stockers back. Super stock, come on back. Super stock. We do need you to the staging lanes, please. Super stock. To the staging lanes, please. Melnick's 002 up front, but breaks out, goes 641 on the 646. Bonet's 013, goes 657. Under by less and gets the win. So Bonet moves on to the final round. Here's Ryan Purva and Mike Coughlin. Coughlin. 620 dial in. Purva, 662. All winners, all classes, come on back. All winners, all classes, come on back. Superstock, we do need you. We do need our quarterfinalists in Superstock. We do need you to the lanes ASAP, but all winners, it is time to fuel them and just bring them on back. So we are to that point in the day. All winners. All winners. All winners. Back to the lanes, please. Bring them all bring them back. Coughlin gets the win, 632 on the 620, 019 up front, and he will go to the final round here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals, part of JEGS Speed Weeks per Jay Hollinger. Since we are on Monday, this event started last week. Patty Fisher and Anthony Bertozzi. Who will face Mike Coughlin in the final round of the Vortec Top Dragster? Once again, all winners, all classes. All winners, all classes. Bring them on back. All winners, all classes. Come on back. It is Anthony Bertozzi going to the final round. He was in the final round earlier this weekend at the Lucas Oil Race on Friday night, and he goes to the final round again at the JEGS Sportsnatonals. David Billingsley, 2014 Camaro automatic, altered automatic. Comp Eliminator rolls up next. Greg Camplain, the C Dragster automatic, 756 index. It will be Greg Camplain. We'll go to the final round here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals in the Comp Eliminator, where he will take on Chad Vogues, your defending division champion. Little 32 Bantam. Going to just roll up, take the green light, and save it for the final round coming up later. We do need all winners, all classes, all winners, all classes. Come on back. That includes stock, super street, super comp, super gas, and super stock. We do need the quarterfinals of super stock. We do need you back to the staging lanes. Please. Next class hitting the track here at National Trail Raceway will be our Sportsman Motorcycle Final. That special JEGS Sportsnatonals Copper Wally will be staying here in Ohio. Bruce Sauer from Reynoldsburg, just down the road. Anthony Moore from Zanesville, the opposite way down the road. Both local racers. We are about to crown our first champion of the day here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals, part of JEGS Speed Weeks. Sauer 890 dialing in the left lane. Anthony 844 in the right. Anthony is red, so Bruce Sauer will get the win. Pair of local racers duking it out for the Wally. Sauer, 0:15 reaction time. Anthony was 19 red on the hit. Super Stock quarterfinals coming at you next. Jeremy Mudd, Jeff Ross, quarterfinals, Super Stock. Mudd, 876 down in the left lane. Ross, 1084 in the right. Here comes a little Grand Dam up the left lane, trying to chase down the challenger. Will not get there. Jeff Ross, 16 up front, 9 at the back. And he goes to the semifinals. Alan Wilson, 988 dialing for the Firebird in the left. Todd France, 922 for the little G5 in the right. So once again, we do need all winners, all classes, all winners, all classes. Fuel them and bring them on back. Todd France, 008 up front, 924 on the 922. Takes the win, takes the stripe by 7th thou. One more pair left in super stock. Jeff Dona, Mike Crutchfield, your next pair. Final pair. Final pair of super stock. 2 for 1. Winner here has a single in the semis. $300 difference at the starting line. It will be Jeff Dona. 022 at the hit. 975 on the 976. Double breakout. Goes under by the least amount. And he will have a single in the semifinals. Once again, all classes, all winners, all classes, come on back. All winners, all classes, come on back. Our first semifinals going to be Super Street class. Jeff McMillan, Mark Smith. Pair of Mustangs, it will be Mark Smith. 7th thou margin of victory. 1092 on the 1090. And he goes to the final round here at the JEGS Sports Nationals, part of JEGS Speed Weeks, as we are dubbing it now. Rocky Van Novick, 71 Vega, will go to the final round here later today. .005 on the tree, 1089 with an 8 on the 1090. Now we roll into the 890 class of Super Comp. Troy Williams and Philip Oakley go up next. Williams in the left lane out of Bradenton, Florida. Oakley in the right out of Kentucky. Both are 019 up front. Williams is under by 9. Oakley's over by 7. Oakley will get the win, and he will go to the final round. Johnny LaBouse going to the final round in Super Comp, where he will take on Philip Oakley. Johnny Labuse will go to the final round. White News, Bill Tapper. Semifinals of Super Gas. It will be the Little Rampage out of Indiana. Dwight News going to the final round, where he will take on Sarah Becker in the 67 Camaro Roadster. Stock Eliminator rolling out next. Once again, all winners, all classes. Once you're ready, bring them all back. All winners, all classes. Once you are ready, bring them all back. We do need super stock. Super stock. We do need you back to the lanes, please. Super stock. Bring them on back.
All right, so we're going to roll into stock eliminator. Eric Campolito and Wayne Stevenson now. Wayne Stevenson left side. Brings up the little Baron. 1265 down to 1185. And Eric Campolito's big four-door Caprice. The heavy Chevy. 1245 down to 1178. Going to leave second in this matchup. Well, this was going to be determined here at the starting line. Wayne Stevenson misses it by 5 thousandths. Eric Campolito going to be your round winner here, 32 green, and the Salem, Ohio Caprice is going to go 1182 above and 101 miles an hour. Now, Johnstown, Ohio's Pontiac Firebird on the left-hand side for Brian Merkel. B-Stock automatic entry, 1074 on dial, and Todd Hoven's going to be alongside. 426 cubic inch Coronet. So the local runner on the left, Pennsylvania runner on the right. They're going to meet here side by side and finals of stock this morning. 3 drops there for Brian first. He turns it green. Now here comes Todd Hoven down the O'Reilly side. High gear charge out of that 426 cubic inch Dodge. Is he going to get there? He does get there, but he's going to break out. 999 on the 1002 for Hoven. Brian Merkel's going to be closer. 1073 2 on the 1074 under by 8 thou. So Brian Merkel move into the final round there of stock eliminator. So if you are listening in live this morning on Drag Racer TV, we appreciate the support as we are in our final day of our JEGS Speed Week. And Now I really understand why we call it JEGS Speed Week. It's weeks. Yeah, we've started in a week number 2 officially. Started parking on Monday of last week, and we're gonna end here today. But let's just be honest. What better thing does anybody have to do on a Monday morning rather than watch drag racing? So nobody wants to be at work on Monday. So just kick back, relax, turn the computer on, turn the TV on, whatever it may be. Yeah, 591 people are watching currently, so that's 591 people that's probably not working. And I know Megan Straswig is one of them. So we're going to call up Bo and find out if she's at the dealership or not this morning. But I think that's great. I think that's great that 591 people are enjoying their Monday morning watching the JEGS Speed Week final. We are down to a semi and super stock and final in each of the other categories. And I do want to stand corrected. Megan Straswig did show up at Jim Butter Honor this morning. Looks like she is entering the Topeka race, watching Columbus, and making some car deals. All right, so we are virtually just waiting on all of our finals to roll into the staging lanes. So as soon as you are ready, in each and every class, we are ready for you. And Superstock, as soon as you can return, we will get you down the racetrack as well. So virtually any class that is ready to go, just go ahead and bring them into the staging lanes, and we'll take you. Jeff Duna is coming up now, one of our Superstock runners. We still have a semi-final to run in Superstock, and the rest of the categories are all, well, down to final rounds. So we are that much closer to crowning our JEGS Sportsnatonals and JEGS Speed Week champions here on this Monday morning. And I know a lot of you may be out there watching and say, why in the world didn't they run this thing yesterday? Granted, yeah, it didn't really rain too much more last night, but the issue was the shutdown area was pretty saturated. And the fact that we had lightning all around the racetrack, just kind of a recipe for disaster. One lightning strike, and it's all over. So we erred on the side of caution, decided that it's been a long week, a long, hot week. Give everybody the opportunity to get some sleep, get something to eat, relax for the evening, and kick this thing off this morning, finish it up early, and get everybody on the road home. That's what we did, and I think it came out pretty good. Blue skies, 80-degree weather at, 9 o'clock in the morning already. And we'll be handing out Wallies here shortly. All right, so Superstock semifinal is going to roll out here. We're going to find out who's going to go to the final round to take on Jeff Donut. Is it going to be Jeff Ross or Todd France? As they roll into the water box, Jeff Ross's machine comes out of Barton, Ohio. GTP automatic, 2009 Challenger, 318 cubic inch Dodge, 1155 down to a 1083. And Todd France, 10 flat down to a 923. Todd of Louisville with that Pontiac G5 over there on the right-hand side. And we're about to find out who's going to run for the money and take on the Missouri Pontiac here in just a moment. Pre-stage bulbs are lit. They work their way in. Stage simultaneously. Tree drops left side first. And this one's going to be decided on the starting line. Jeff Ross turns it 6 thou red, and Todd France turns it perfect. .935, 121. Todd France is going to go to the final round here in Superstock today to take on number 6 overall finish in the world from last year for Jeff Donut, who's just going to go up there and take the tree and back off. So our final rounds are all set here for the JEGS Speed Week at the JEGS Sportsnatonals. All right, so our first final round is going to pull up here to the ready line, and it is going to be Super Street. All right, so 1090 is going to appear on the top end scoreboard. It is Throttle Stop Racing. You have the Mosier Engineering team over there on the left-hand side for Rocky Van Oak, the Red Key, Indiana-based Vega, and Mark Smith, runner-up in the category last year in the North Central Division. Number 2 finisher with that 632 cubic inch Chevrolet sitting underneath the hood of the 82 model Mustang. So the attorney on the right, the salesman at Mosier on the left, and they're going to meet here in the final of Super Street at the JEGS Sportsnatonals. Pre-stage bulbs are lit. Mark Smith rolls in. He's set, so's Rocky. They let go of the button on the stops. They come off. Rocky Van Oak's ahead on the left-hand side. Mark Smith rolls down there with that hard-charging Mustang, and this one should go to Rocky Van Oak, but it goes to Mark Smith. Rocky was 001, holding 25, and breaks out 1086 on the 1090. 10.901, 148 miles an hour, and Mark Smith is going to be your first crowned champion here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals. Now we're going to go into the Super Comp category. That's going to be Johnny LaBoose and Philip Oakley. Good matchup. The race tech over there for LaBoose and Philip Oakley's Philpott, Kentucky base, Texas Roadhouse. Oakley Motorsports, entry there. I believe Johnny jumped in Anthony Bertozzi's Super Comp machine for the weekend and parked it in a final round. So here we go. Who's it going to be? The guy who drag races for a living or the guy who builds motors for a living? Philip Oakley, who's been killing it all weekend long, has the advantage, and it's going to be Philip Oakley. Look at that. He's 11 green and 892 at $174 and takes down a heavy hitter, Johnny LaBoose. Johnny was 24 green and 893 at $169, and Philip Oakley, your winner here in SuperCom. And I believe that is that Phil's first national event win? I think it is. So Philip Oakley, I'm pretty sure, just got crowned a first-time national event winner. We just got word that Phil was screaming underneath the helmet when it came off the turn off down there. He's still screaming. He's so happy down there. So pretty cool deal. The guy normally campaigns in Top Dragster, jumped behind the wheel of the Super Comp ride this weekend with a new combination that him and his son has been working on here recently, and, well, it proved to be pretty successful. Now we're going to move into the category of Top Dragster. Vortex Superchargers Top Dragster is going to come out and do battle, and it is going to be a heads-up final. So Anthony Bertozzi and Mike Coughlin. That's going to be the final and Top Dragster here today. As soon as we check out the top end with the Safety Safari crew. Got a little bit of training fluid on the turn-off area. So they're going to have to clean that up, and then we will go into our top Dragster Final. So we're on hold for just a minute. As soon as we get this little bit of training fluid cleaned up there at the other end of the racetrack, we will be good to go. Well, it's time for Vortex Superchargers Top Dragster Final. And I know we were talking earlier about Phil Oakley's win there in Super Comp as a first national event win. First national event win in Super Comp itself. He won back here in 2014 in Top Dragster. That is his second Sportsnatonals victory. So now we are going to crown a Top Dragster champion. Is it going to be the Richmond, Virginia Race Tech there for Anthony Bertozzi at 618 or Mike Coughlin? 618 as well for everybody at JEGS.com. The yellow and black crew on the left-hand side. The hometown runner here at the JEGS Sports National. Pretty special weekend for Mike Coughlin and that whole crew who finished in the top 10 in the world standings last year. The Dan Page-built race car, the 526 cubic inch. One Chevrolet on the left side. I guarantee everyone at JEGS up there in Delaware watching the live feed right now. Mike Coughlin set. They're out of the gate. Clean and green. 7th thou separate them. Top end. This one's going to go to Bertozzi. 619, one above, and he's 002. Coughlin was 009 and 616 at 217 mile an hour. Mike Coughlin under there by 0.02 of a second. That just was a very close drag race from starting line to finish line. Anthony Bertozzi is going to be your Vortex Supercharger Top Dragster champion. Next up, we're going to roll into Top Sportsman. So this brings up the Vermont-based Corvette for John Benoit. A 762 cubic inch Chevrolet, dials at 656. And Chris Osborne's going to be alongside the 69 Camaro, the valve spring engineer for PAC. 668 gets to lead first there on the right-hand side. John Benoit, the electrical contractor, made the long haul here to Columbus this weekend. A trip that started probably a week ago is either about to end with a win and a Wally in hand, or he's going to end empty-handed and head back to Vermont. So, three-stage bulbs come on. Osborne rolls right in. The Camaro on the right side set. The Corvette's in. Tree drops. They stand on the gas. Quarter-mile mark and the win light there on the left-hand side. John Benoit takes that Chevrolet Corvette into the winner's circle at 657. 204 on speed. 668. Dead 9 and no good for Chris Osborne. He was 31 letting go of the button. John Benoit, he came to play at 10 green. And he's going to be victorious here in Vortex Superchargers Top Sportsman category. Next, we're going to move into the 990 class of Super Gas. Sarah Becker and Dwight News will roll into the water box. Now, the O'Fallon in Missouri. Aerospace engineer for Sarah over there on the right-hand side of the racetrack. And the pig farmer, Dwight Noost. You can tell he's excited. Cleaning that one out about 10 times before he rolls up to the stage beam. It should be good and ready to go. Well, neither one of them had a reaction time to write home about. Sarah Becker, she's behind by 10, and Dwight Noost is going to be your winner. How about 9906 at 150 miles an hour? Dwight was 68 holding 10, and Dwight Noost, the Making Bacon Rampage, is bringing home the Wally today. Brian Merkel and Eric Campolito. Stock Eliminator. GM Machines, J-Stock Automatic, right side for Eric Campolito in at 1173 out of Salem, Ohio. Just north of here, and, well, Brian Merkel rolls up with the Napa Auto Parts Pontiac Firebird. It's 1073 to the 1173. 1 second difference in the dials. Two Ohio runners head-to-head here. Brian Merkel, who has had a lot of success over the years here at National Trail, obviously being his home track. So the former division champ on the left side. Eric Campolito, the 22-year-old, going to take on one of the heavy hitters. Eric Campolito looking over his left shoulder. He's trying to find the Pontiac Firebird. That blue nose is going to pull up alongside right about now, and it's going to be Campolito. 1173 dead 9 and 38 green as Brian Merkel was late back here at the starting line. He was 074. Yep, Dave shakes his head and he said, man, we were late when we didn't need to be. 1076, 3 above. And Eric Campolito is going to be your winner and Stock Eliminator here today. Super Stock Final is going to roll up next. Jeff Duna and Irvin Johns going to battle it out. Yeah. I mean, Todd France and Jeff Duna. Yeah. Yeah, Irvin got young really quick, and you know, I just couldn't go. I couldn't go another day without a mistake, so I had to make it a normal day. So Todd France, Jeff Dona. Throw the helmets on, glove up. Here we go. So, Todd France and everyone in the France family are going to be on the right-hand side. And Jeff and Charlotte Dunn out of Gordonsville, Missouri. Pulls into the water box. There, that Pontiac. The Formula on the left. The G5 on the right. 2 more finals to go here at the JEGS Sportsnatonals. So Jeff Dona, 974, going to be the dial in there. The 923 for Todd France. The Wally's either going back to Louisville, Kentucky, or it's going to make the drive back to Gordonsville, Missouri. Well, this is going to be decided on the starting line by 0.02 of a second. Todd France turns it red. Jeff Dona 20 up front and 10:01 off the gas at 105 miles an hour. And the Wally is going back to Missouri. Jeff Dona, your winner here in Superstock. Final run of the day. This will conclude the JEGS Speed Week and the JEGS Sports Nationals here at National Trail. It's going to be Competition Eliminator, final round. Greg Camplain and Chad Bogues. So the machine shop owner there on the left side and the doctor on the right side. Chad Bogues, your reigning North Central Division Competition Eliminator champion. Running in the final here. At 32 Bantam for Bogues Motorsports out of Missouri. Missouri has the potential to bring back 2 Wallies. Greg Camplain wants to put the Wally on the shelf there in Brownsburg. Him and his wife Judy on the left-hand side. See Dragster Automatic at 749. Chad Bogues at 818. The index is there. As they roll to the starting line. Final run of the day. Chad's in. Greg's in. They turn it green. We're getting ourselves a drag race to the finish line stripe. Greg Camplain behind at the starting line, and it's going to be Chad Bogues at the other end. 761, 169 miles an hour, and Chad makes, I believe, his best run of the weekend here in the final round. 695, 189, and Greg Camplain, your number 1 qualifier, falls to your reigning division champ. Chad Bogues, your winner here in Competition Eliminator. So that officially concludes the inaugural JEGS Speed Weeks here at National Trail Raceway. We want to say a special thank you to each and every member of the NHRA North Central Division staff, each and every staff member here at National Trail Raceway, each and every racer and crew member that came through the gate to support this week-long of sportsman drag racing here, and everybody on a Monday morning watching on Drag Racer TV. Wherever travels may take you next, we hope it's a safe one. We're going to be in the winner's circle, crowning some champions.